Alright everybody, I'm the Retro Gamer here, and I'm going to try my hand at a different video. I'm going to do a games I've played recently. I know a lot of YouTubers do these, and I've never done one, so I've got one, two, three, four, I've got 6 games. I've got a Super Nintendo game, a Dreamcast game, 3 GameCube games, and a DS game that I'd like to talk about. We'll go from the oldest to newest, and I'm just going to give my opinions on the games that I started playing that I think about them. The first one up is Super Mario RPG. I popped this in as soon as I got my Super Nintendo and played it for about an hour. And from what I've played so far, I absolutely love this game. It's about a $35, $40 game, so it's not cheap by any means. But if you can get your hands on a copy of this, I'd highly recommend it. I'm not a big fan of RPGs myself, but this is a game that anybody that owns a Super Nintendo should have. It's awesome. Love it. Next up for the Dreamcast. I know I've talked pretty extensively about this game. Sonic Adventure 2. I still think the GameCube version is a little bit better. But if you have a Dreamcast and you don't have this, or you haven't played it, highly recommend it. Great game. Really good Sonic game. I have the first one, but I have not played that one yet. But this one is extremely recommended. It's about $15, but it's still worth the money. Extremely fun. Alright, for the GameCube, I've got 3 games here. Three games probably everybody's played that I just got back into playing. These 3 I have not played since my childhood, and the first one up is Super Smash Bros. Melee. What a good installment of the Super Smash Bros. Series. I still think the N64 version is better, but this is not a disappointment. This is such a good game. I popped it in earlier today and played it for a while, and it's super fun. If you can get some friends to play this, such a good game. And the next 2, I hate paying retail for games from like game stores, but I went ahead and I paid $15 a piece for these, and I'll go ahead and show them. The first one is the Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. No manual. If anybody has a manual for this, I really need it. I'd like to complete this. I paid $15 for it. It's totally worth the money. I don't really like Pokemon games on consoles. I didn't like the N64 games, but this is such a good Pokemon game. But it's not the best one. The Pokemon Coliseum, I think, is better. But I had both of these as a kid. I've never beat this one. I do plan to play through it very, very soon. Well, I am playing through it right now. I hope to finish it soon and finally beat this game. It's been a bother for me for a while. I've never beat it as a kid. I did beat this as a kid. I beat this like 2 days after I got it. I loved it so much. If you do not have these, again, I paid $15 a piece at the Play and Trade. But I would recommend these if you have a GameCube, and I would buy a GameCube just for these games. Absolutely gorgeous and extremely fun, and it shows that the GameCube is such a good system. Very, I think they're kind of underrated. I really like them. And the DS game, most of you guys know I'm a huge Pokemon fan. This is another Pokemon game, and it's Pokemon Heart Gold. I did get the box set complete. I paid $20. I think I bought it off my friend for $20. It was complete with, and it even has the styrofoam for the Pokewalker in there, and the Pokewalker is in there. What a good remake. Nintendo and Game Freak know exactly how to make a good Pokemon game, and this is such a good remake of such a classic. A remake of my favorite Pokemon game. And speaking of Pokemon, Black 2 and White 2 are coming out in a couple months. I did pre-order them. I'm looking forward to them. I have played the Japanese versions on an emulator, and they seem pretty good. So, yeah, Pokemon Heart Gold. It's such... If you have not played the originals and you can't get a hold of a copy that's got a good battery in it, pick this up. This or Soul Silver version. I just prefer Heart Gold. Absolutely fantastic remake, and Nintendo did this just right. Absolutely great. If you like the originals, it sticks to it almost 100%. They did change some stuff, some minor stuff, like gyms and stuff, but it's such a good remake. And I've been waiting since this came out to get a hold of a copy. I've wanted it for so long, and I never got a copy of it until like 2 days ago, and I'm so happy to finally have this. I recommend this to anybody that owns a DS or is a fan of Pokemon. And yeah, such a good remake. Highly recommended. I'm playing through it right now. I just beat the first gym. But yeah, that's it for the games I've played recently. These are just games that I'm working on playing through currently. And yeah, I would recommend any of these games to anybody that owns them. And yeah, if you like the video, just leave a comment or something and let me know what you think.